Collecting a heavily overloaded Margaret from the airport turned into quite an adventure. With my foot problem getting worse, we had no choice but to spend the night somewhere, so we headed over to Cambridge. We grabbed supermarket snacks and Magda purchased panty liners to put toppings on. We sought budget-sensitive but adequate accommodation. With just over a week apart, Magda demanded we had some time together. My foot was very painful, so I kept an eye out for modes of transport that may assist. Despite the scent of urine and stale clothes, the arrival of a bus was a godsend. Cambridge was equally as stunning as I found it the week before. The dress code seemed to be an entirely different matter here. There was a notable absence of prepubescent teenagers cupping their genitalia under ill-fitting tracksuit bottoms. Magda was delighted that I'd become a self-appointed tour guide and salesman for the area. I'd been harping on about the joys of Cambridge for about 4 hours now, so it was more than high time to have a little sip of happy juice. With the 2 drinks costing £24, as nice as they were, I felt the result of this was rather a clenching effect for myself, not so much of a relaxing one. With this in mind, I needed to herd Margaret as quickly as possible to a pub that was at least 200 years old, with a minimum of 4 people shouting exaggerated stories to each other. It wasn't long before we found the perfect place. Although the barman looked like he'd been electrocuted and seemed to be confused by most things, the beer was good and did all the things that good beer should do. It made us feel happy and talk about our dreams and plans. Like any respectable entrepreneur, when we're at work, we fantasize about being away and relaxing, and when we're away relaxing, we're fantasizing about how we can perfect our work. It's always my happiest time when my mind's wandering to what it can create. Sharing this with Magda on these occasions is about my favourite thing. A cheeky little break is always a great way to unwind. A time to let off steam and take inspiration from what other people have created. And in keeping with that thought, we left the partygoers to it and scarpered off early. Got a Uber for next to nothing, and we're tucked up in bed by 9.